Welcome back, subbies, or welcome to our channel. If you are new, I am Sherry, and welcome to Talk on This. Guys, if you have not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell for more videos just like this. Leave us a comment we love comments on this channel, and also give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this episode. All right, let's get right into it. Deuteronomy 5 verse 8 says, "You shall not make for yourself an idol in the form of anything in heaven above, or on the earth beneath, or in the waters below. You shall not bow down to them or worship them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God." So fellas, why are you bending down to your woman to propose marriage? Well, I can't blame you really, because I always thought this was a gallant and an honorable thing to do. But boy, were we wrong. And are we wrong? Where does this tradition come from? Well, first of all, this started in the medieval times when knights would actually bow down in honor and respect to their kings, their lords, as they were known at that time. And knights were also very respectful to women, were known to be very respectful to women. So it started way back when, and this was a tradition that carried on. Now, it's always good to be respectful to women, back then, and still is, but it was wrong back then to bow down and bend down on one knee to pay honor to someone, and it's a wrong practice now. Scripture tells us and makes it quite clear that we are to bow to no one but God in prayer, and also we will bow down to Jesus Christ one day. Every knee shall bow, every tongue will confess Jesus Christ is Lord. So scripture makes it quite clear that we are to bow to no man. Now, the Apostle John also had a vision in Revelation about an angel, and he saw this angel, and he bowed down, he felt his face on the ground in front of this angel, and the angel told him, "Don't do it. Get up." He said, "I'm a servant just like you and your brothers. Worship God." So if an angel is telling the Apostle John in a vision not to bow down to him, what makes us think that we have the right to bow down to any other mortal human being? This is so wrong in so many ways, but yet this is how Satan works. He makes the things that are so wrong seem so right in such a crafty and just a deceitful way. And people think nothing of it because it's such a trivial thing. People think nothing of this. And this is how Satan deceives people. But it is wrong to bow down to anyone. If you have to bow down to someone to tie their shoes or help someone because they are physically impaired, that's a different thing. But bowing down on one knee to a person, showing honor and respect to someone, is actually, according to scripture, a wrong practice to do. Now, let's take a look at a few people that have bowed down and made some very interesting proposals, and then we'll get back and talk on this.
Celebrate the Lord. We're not paying attention to it, but it's okay. Amen. Let's sing on it. What's the big one?
Oh, I was like, are you presenting the ring? As he used to call me.
Will you marry me?
Yes. Yes, I will marry you. Oh, yes.
Why are you standing? You're engaging in Islam.
What doesn't change anything? But I love you. People are watching.
What is people watching? You are dismissing and browsing. You're still engaging. You're telling me. What are you trying to say?
Mike.
Go
I really love
on
you.
your knees.
On my knees. Why will I?
Odu, I need that beg.
I don't understand you. You are engaging me. You are standing down. You are telling me. Even your. I don't. They are even telling you should kneel down for me.
I
Like,
really
don't
love
want-
you. Kneeling down does not show that I love you. I love you, and
Mean
that is love for you.
Wait,
I have
first,
genuine love.
wait. Mean that I
Please
don't
calm
want
down.
it.
People
Like, I
are
don't
here.
want
People are
it.
watching us. People
Yes,
are
people are
watching.
watching. You are disgracing me. You are telling me people are watching us for what?
I really love you from the depth of my heart. I want to show it. It is not by kneeling down. If I kneel down, this is not love anymore. I don't. That is not love.
Touch me.
No.
Look. What is all this? You called me from far distance and came to this place and started embarrassing me here. You are engaging me and you are not kneeling down. And I don't want it. Like, I don't want it. I don't want someone kneeling down for me. Like, I don't understand. What are you trying to say?
If that is love, if kneeling down is love, for me that is not love. I
That
really
is
love
love.
you. The
Then
love I
engage
have for you
yourself.
is.
We don't call this video so.
Please, I really.
You don't follow me.
This is good.
Stop it. Why is that this? Are you okay?
My brother, I don't need to leave now. How about you?
Odua, come first.
Odua, leave her.
Let me just go, okay? Let me go.
Sorry.
Engaging me is not kneeling down. Are you like serious right now? Engaging me,
It
you are
is
not
not
kneeling down.
until I kneel
Like, I
that
don't
up.
want.
Kneeling down show that I love her.
Like, I don't want. Engage yourself, okay? Engage yourself. As you engage.
Wow, this was hard to watch, but you know, you have to give this guy credit because he didn't bow down to this woman. He stood his ground, and he didn't compromise his standards. Now, you know, sometimes we fall into this trap where we idolize the one we love. You know, women do it, men do it, and you know, scripture warns against this. When we're in love, we can lose our minds almost. Google's definition of an idol says that it's a person or thing that is greatly admired, loved, or revered. And this is what people do. They greatly admire other people and they love other people. And other people are revered above even Christ himself. Sometimes people lose their minds when they're in love. And we are to place Christ first in our lives. Jesus Christ himself said in scripture, you may have to forsake, and he used the word hate, but hate is hate not in the way that we know it, but more forsake. You know, you may be asked to forsake your mother or father, man, your wife and children, even your very lives, in order to be Christ's disciple. And Jesus Christ must be first in our lives. Submissive men tend to be talked about by women, laughed at, taken advantage of, cheated on, and they wonder why. You know, men like women, women like men, who are aggressive in the way of confidence, you know, sure of themselves, basically. not overly aggressive, but just confident masculine men who are sure of themselves, who are leaders, who present themselves in this way, and who will take them to greater heights. This is what makes, this is what attracts a woman. Now, what about women bowing down to men? Well, don't do it. Women are not supposed to hunt for their husbands or look for their husbands. This is what men do. This is innate in men. God made Adam first. He made Eve for Adam. He made the woman for the man. God puts a woman in place for a man to find. Scripture says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. So the man finds his spouse, his wife. God will show him to his wife. A woman can actually make a man feel trapped when she proposes marriage, and he may not be ready to do it. If he was ready, he would commit. Some men feel that they have to have their ducks in a row before they commit. If they're taking too long, well, then you give hints, you make suggestions. If this is not working, then you make the decision to leave. But you're not to pressure a man into marriage, because this can go horribly wrong. He may say a yes and accept the proposal because he loves you, and then he may end up regretting it and resenting you for it, and it can go downhill. So just don't do that. It is not how it's supposed to go. And we have to remember that every knee will bow to one person, Jesus Christ, and every tongue will confess him as Lord. And we must remember that and put him first. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this whole bending down on one knee by the man to propose. And also, is it okay for a woman to propose to a man? What do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and we will see you in the next video. Until the next video, peace.